Well, hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about October. October is going to have 5 weeks in it, so it's going to be a big whopping month, and we're going to go a little bit longer than usual, no matter what, because I'm doing a brand new style of reading. The layout is going to be completely different. We're going to be using the 12 houses of the zodiac chart, and we're going to use that and the tarot to go in deeper each week on where you are, what's blocking, what your solution is, but in all 12 areas of your life. Okay, so this is kind of a big deal. I hope you like it. I would love to see your comments about it. And of course, if you like and subscribe, if this really seems to fit you and you're really excited about what I'm doing here, I would really love you to subscribe. Then you won't miss a single video. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you for being here. So I have 5 decks here. We're going to use one for each week, and we'll go ahead and start laying out these cards, and we're going to immediately talk about each week as we go. All right, you're not going to lay anything out and then leave it. We're going to read it right away. All right, so messages from my better angels and guides are here as well. As always, this particular deck has some interesting cards, the past, present, and the future, so they're a little add-on to the regular deck. Don't be alarmed, they work very well in this situation, so we'll see how it applies. Now then, my messages from my better angels are talking about how we need to embrace the changes that are coming around us. There are a lot of changes happening, so we need to just sort of be ready and get into it, and don't try and hold back, because when we do, we cause our own trouble, right? So we're going to make lists and become more organized. We're going to watch our finances, not spend it all in one place. All 12 signs have all the same messages, which is why I'm saying all of this right now. We want to be flexible. We want to go with the flow a little bit, but we also want to be ready to step up and do the right thing when things are going on and we need somebody to step up and be in charge of something. Don't be afraid to be that person, all right? So everybody is getting the same messages, so we're all kind of on the same place. It's kind of exciting to see so much happening, all right? So you saw that I started over here, and that's where we're going to start the reading right now. This is going to be the area or the department that I'm going to call the self, all right? So what's going on with you right now? There's been a lot of work you've been doing on yourself, and that work is like you've done a good job. Nicely done. You are in a position where you can take a deep breath because the hard work is over. Good job. You are now into a moment of relaxation. I want you to enjoy it, Virgo. It's very much so a good thing for you, all right? Let's talk now about the money department, all right? And in your money department, things are moving quickly. You need to pay attention, make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and all the legals are taking place, okay? Be very careful not to screw that up. It will be important for you to stay on that, stay clear about all that, okay? Now then, in the communication department, I'm going to go a little quickly because we're going to go in depth on this at the very end of this video. Just like always, the first week is added on to the very end. So we'll go a little quickly, and then I'm sorry I don't know how to do chapters yet, but we're working on that, okay? Champion of Coins. So we have, this is all about the Knight of Coins in this deck, and we're talking about you making sure that in the communication department you are fighting for your worth and value, all right? We want you to pay attention to who you are, what you're doing, and how people are responding to you or receiving you. Don't let them put you in the corner, okay? Fair enough. Let's move on to the family department. Yes, indeed, there is a meeting of the minds. There is a lover's card showing that in the family you are feeling very much so the love. You're feeling cared for. You're feeling like there's a mind meld in this situation. Your family is getting tighter and more secure. You're feeling very much so a part of what's happening. So this is really, really cool. I like this for you. You have this opportunity to get more close, more secure within your partnership, and that partnership, whatever it is definitely family, and you're going to feel more supported in your point of view, etc., as you deal with your family within your relationship. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the love department. Interesting. So we're feeling secure with our family and our love and our relationship here, right, with the Lover's card. But now we have this love department, which speaks to things that you care about, which could be work, family, relationships, all of those things, and any other hobby as well. So this is a future card, and the future card is telling me that in this week, paying attention to what you want in the future is going to be something that you're kind of planning for, right? So you've got your eye on the prize, you've got your eye on the future. It's kind of a plotting and planning, a goal setting kind of situation, and we want you to feel comfortable in doing so. All right, go ahead and allow yourself to work on that. It will be very helpful to you to do so. Yay, your focus is on the future. Now then, the next area of your world is the work and health department. All right, and we're talking about things going on at work, but we're also talking about your health. So you want to take your power back in your health department. So it might be something about your diet or exercise. You want to add something in or take something out. Whatever it is, you're going to be the one making that decision all on your own, okay? And at work, you're also taking charge of a situation. You may need more hours or fewer hours, and you're going to reassess and regroup your situation to best suit your needs, okay? Good for you. Now, we have the Queen of Swords here. This is the Department of Marriage and Partnerships. So, interesting that marriage and partnerships is different than family or love, but this is definitely marriage and partnerships. I keep tending to go towards partnerships as being anything like a partnership at work, but I'm starting to get the idea that it's really just partnerships, love partnerships, right? So I'm going to go with that. I've changed my mind. And so this Queen of Swords is here showing that there's somebody who's going to try and control the situation within the relationship. And we want to be aware of that, pay attention to what that feels like, and make sure that's not you, right? Because it tends to be that, I mean, unless you're the kind of leader who's like, hey, at least someone's making a decision about what we should do and we're moving forward. Come on, let's do it. And that way it's a little less pointy, right? So we want to be a non-pointy person if this is who you are in the relationship, the one who controls what's going on. You want to make sure everybody's on board and you're taking everyone's point of view into account, right? Cool. Now then, let's talk about the death and release department. This doesn't mean anyone's dying. What it means is there are things in our life that run their course, right? And we need to let them go when we're done. When they are done, okay? So, we're talking about the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, there's a gift of finance in this department, so you are having the money come your way that will be, number one, you don't have to work for it, that's cool, but it could free you up from having to hang on to something that you didn't want to hang on to anymore. So yeah, this could be the money you needed to replace something that's worn out and not useful anymore. So keep an eye on your finances. That'll be helpful. We have the Knight of Wands here, and this is the travel/movement department in our lives. We are moving forward, right? This is all about movement and change and travel, adventures, things like that, okay? And we are talking about the Knight of Wands. This is all about you fighting for your ideas. You have an idea about what you want, where you want to go. You're like, this is what I want. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. So here we are. We have to keep that in mind and move on to the next area of your life, which is going to be ambition. This is that thing. This is like the big cup of coffee. The big cup of coffee that gets you up in the morning and gets you going where you want to go, okay? So whatever that is that gives you the ambition to get out of bed, this has very much to do with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is here, showing me that you are indeed having a down-to-earth, easygoing experience, somebody of like mind that you having a mind meld with, which is super cool. It means that you are enjoying this conversation so much that each day you get up and you look forward to having that moment and that communication with this person of like mind, so that you feel grounded. It's part of your routine. It makes you feel grounded. It makes you feel good. You are equally this part of somebody else's life, and that is so good. So that little check-in is working very well, and it makes you feel good when you get up. When you have that communication, you feel much more grounded and ready to take on the day. All right, so now we have this card here, which is talking about your friends department, which speaks to your work pals, your outside of work pals, your home friends, your neighbors, the people who are your support system. This is your posse in all areas of your life, okay? Some people have posses in different areas, and it's okay. It's good. You can keep them separated, or you can smoosh them all together. I'm not into, I do what I do, and I have groups that are separated from one another, and that's perfectly normal. But if you want to smoosh them all together, that's perfectly normal too. Everything is possible. You do you, all right? So that's just the group we're talking about here, and we have the King of Cups. So we have an emotionally based person in this department right now, a friend of yours who is emotionally based, who is needing some attention of some sort at this time. You want to pay attention to what they're having to share. There could be some real information coming out of this, and it'll be emotionally based for sure. He'll be speaking from his feelings, and this will help you within that friend group to relate to what's going on. Okay? Cool, 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 cool. Now, this final section of this little area over here, we're going to have all kinds of interesting things show up here. Don't be alarmed by it. Don't be upset. It is the unknown, right? Ooh. It is something that doesn't fit into any one of these other 11 categories, and so will fit into the unknown department, and will be a factor unknown that will be very cool to talk about on the regular. So we're going to do that. And we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is showing us that memories and lessons from the past are important for you this week. They didn't fit in any one category because I think they fit all the categories, right? So you want to remember those lessons from the past as you start fighting for things, like you want to fight for what you want. You want to take care of that, right? We were talking about, over here with the Seven of Swords. You want to make sure that as you take your power back, you are indeed remembering lessons from your past. Okay, cool. With the lovers. In the family department, also, remember how you handled that. You're going to be fighting for your finances and your worth and value in communications. Remember your lessons. See, it works perfectly. All right, so that is the week of September 29th through the 5th. That's generally what's going on. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab another deck, and we're going to talk about the 6th through the 12th of October. You can see how this is going to take a minute, right? I hope that if you feel like it, you can take a few notes on all of this so that you have a little something to take with you, and keep an eye on yourself throughout the month. Although each week I'm going to come back and go in depth on each and every week, each and every one of these individually. You'll see at the very end what I'm talking about. And if you're really not interested in this part of it, feel free to scroll on through, you know what I mean? Take the little dot and move it over to the part where you see more cards like these ones on top of each other, and you'll know that you have reached the spot where I'm going to focus in specifically on September 29th through the 5th. Like I said, I do not have the capacity right now to make chapters. I just don't know how to do that. I'm not making these videos on my phone anymore. I'm doing them on my computer. So, things to learn, always new changes. Excellent. Let's go ahead and talk about the 6th through the 12th. All right. So this is talking about yourself and what's going on with you this particular week. This is the energy of the King of Cups, We have the King of Cups here. This is you being an emotionally based person in the situation. You are coming at things from an emotional space. Give yourself a little room to feel the feels, all right? Don't be mad that you have the feels. Just give yourself some space to feel them, okay? Now, in your money department, you are going to be the King of Swords. So it's time for you to get busy and get serious about something. Something you may have let go or not put into major play or been pretty chill out about. Now you got to get serious about it, okay? Gonna have to put your foot down and say, nope, nope, this is what we're doing, and then it will take place, all right? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome, okay? Communication, okay. So communication is telling me that you are gonna be getting new information that is gonna be empowering for you, and you're gonna wanna keep your mouth shut about it, okay? Don't tell anybody what you learn. This is gonna be a secret for you, and you will be able to use that information to help you move forward. So be cautious and be careful with what you learn. It's not for everybody, all right? Now then, in the world of family for you, this particular week, we're talking about keeping your finances balanced. Don't get too spendy-wendy with your family. Just know that you're in a good spot. I mean, the butterfly is there to remind you you're having a good time. So that's good news, but you don't have to spend it all in one place, right? Yay, good stuff. Of course, now we're going to move on to the love department. So this is that area where all kinds of love matter, and it's okay, okay? We want you to appreciate all the possibilities about where your love is and what's going on, right? Last week you were focused on the future, and this week you are focused on a gathering of joy and love. This could be any gathering. It could be your chosen family or your real family. So there's love in the mix. This is a very loving gathering of people getting together and having a party. Yay! Maybe you're planning the party. I don't know, but you're having a good time. Excellent. So let's talk now about right, the work and health department, right? So your wishes are being fulfilled. All right. So at work, everything is coming together with work. If you are working on getting your power back last week, all things are going just as swimmingly as they can be. You are getting what you want. If we're talking about your health and welfare, things are starting to work for you. Nice. You did a good job. You reassessed your situation and changed your ways, and now presto changeo. You're getting what you want. Perfect. All right. Let's see, Virgo, where are we going next? We are going to marriage and partnerships. And yes, all of the relationships you have, that your intimate relationships, we are having a moment where we are one more time having the Two of Swords. This is the Two of Swords talking about how maybe we're feeling a bit nervous now. Maybe when we had the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords, isn't that interesting? The Two of Swords looks the same kind of. Okay. So, but we may have asserted ourselves in this relationship in a way that has left us feeling nervous. That doesn't surprise me, actually. If you take on the role of the Queen of Swords, you will certainly have yourself feeling nervous at this time about how people are receiving everything, because as the Two of Swords, unfounded fear. Truly, if you come at it from a loving space, you will find that everything has been received and appreciated, and we're moving on, okay? So, cool. Maybe somebody didn't want to take charge of that situation anyway, so now they're excited to see somebody else did. All right, the death and release department, where we are letting something go. Well, but this week, last week, you gained something that let you have the freedom to let something else go, because now you can replace it because you have financial benefit. Nice. Now you have the Four of Wands, which is showing me that you are indeed able to have a mind meld with someone else. Things are coming together very nicely. You're bringing your ideas to the table, and everyone's coming together over the ideas. This is great. And once you have this great mind meld, you might be all coming up with the idea about what you need versus what from this big old pile of stuff you got. What do we need from that? Okay, cool. We'll talk and figure out what we need. Now we have these things over here that we need, and then there's the rest of this that we don't. So maybe now you're able to sort that stuff out or release it. Okay, cool. And it could be that you want to release an idea, right? This could be about releasing an idea that no longer serves you anymore. It doesn't have to be physical stuff that we're talking about all the time. All right, let us talk about the movement and travel department. All right, you were wanting to fight for your ideas about where you wanted to go and how you wanted to get there, and what kind of movement. Doesn't always have to be physical. It can be mental movement, a choice to choose something new, right? This week you are having some feelings and ideas about that. You're like, okay, so I'm remembering things from my past, maybe people's reactions to what happened last week when you were fighting for what you wanted has triggered something from the past, like, oh, somebody told me I wasn't worth moving for, or somebody told me I wasn't worth yeah, you're taking it way personal, and you want to either regroup or remember that you don't have to take everything so personally, okay? Or you can use it as an opportunity to grow and grow through it and realize these people are different than the last people who made me feel like that, and we can approach these people from a different perspective, all right? This is good stuff, and I want you to think about that. Let's move on to the ambition department. What gets you up in the morning? Coffee. Yes. What's your personal coffee? Your personal coffee this week is going to be fighting for your worth and value. All right. You have the Knight of Pentacles showing me that you are fighting for your worth and value. You want to be appreciated. You want to be cared for. You want to not have to do anything weird about your money. You want your money to come to you easily and not have to fight for it. But here you are. You have to stand up for it and say, no, this is what I'm worth. Come on. Kick it up. And that's going to be what works. All right. Now then, over here in the friends department, yes, what is going on here? We have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is showing that you are taking your power back in a situation. And that situation shows me that you are indeed having an opportunity to reclaim your power in a situation. You're going to pull back. Like, I feel like you gave up. You asked somebody to take care of something for you, and they didn't really do a very good job with it. So now you have to say, hey, I'm really available now to help out with that. Could you maybe let me do that now? I really appreciate your help. Thanks so much. We're not going to talk about how they screwed it up. We're not going to talk about anything else. We are going to delegate them to someone else to help out with something, and that will help you move forward. All right? That's very good. I like that. Yeah, it's nice when friends try and help out, but it's also nice when you eliminate them from situations where they're not very well versed. All right. So then again, we have this nebulous message for some area or many areas of your life. We have new information about ways to make more money that are coming in many areas. Right now, we're probably going to talk about work. We're probably going to talk about your ambition. We're probably going to talk about your money and your communication. All right. Remember, the information that comes to you in this department, you're going to keep to yourself. Okay. Excellent. So this is good information for now. We don't have to use it. We just need to have it. Good job. Alrighty. So this is the week of the 6th through the 12th. Well done. Let's go and get another deck. And we will go deep in on the 13th through the 19th. All right. So this is very good. Let's go ahead and add these cards. You get the gist of how this is going now. This is really quite fun. I like that we talk about all these areas of your life and that each one of them is always having a full deck to play with, so you will have repetitions in some areas, which is super fun when I see that happening. I'm like, ooh, this is like a couple of weeks long interesting things going on. So very cool. Let us see now what's happening next. Okay, so For the week of the 13th through the 19th, Virgo, we have in the self department, the thing where you're thinking about things and who you are and what you bring to the table. You are trying to stay balanced in your finances, but also just in life and in your version of work versus success, etc., etc., etc. You definitely want to assert yourself in those areas, but don't be upset about it, right? You want to make sure that everything is going really cool right there. That's good stuff. And now, here, let's talk about the money department. 9 of Cups. Your wishes are being fulfilled in the money department. I think that everything you were fighting about last week is coming through and it's going really well, okay? So you're having everything get going in your direction right now, which is super cool. Very excited to see that for you in the money department. Good job, Virgo. Let's talk now about your communication. You have a gentleman who is going to be speaking from his feelings that I want you to pay attention to. He is going to share his feelings with you at this time in the communication department, and you want to listen, okay? You may or may not have to fix anything. You may just need to listen and give them the floor, so to speak. Let them verbally ventilate. Maybe they'll come up with their own solution to their own situation, all right? It may not even be a problem. It just might be stuff they want to talk about. All right. So, in the family department, we have the Queen of Swords showing up, showing that, oh yes, indeed, we have the Queen of Swords. This is all about feminine energy, of course, and control. So this person has issues with control in the family, but they also have, basically, they're very particular about how they want things done and how they want things to happen. They may or may not be able to make it happen on their own, but they are definitely people who are stepping up to the situation and they want to be heard, okay? So one more time, I think if you just listen to this person, whether or not they may or may not be in control of a situation, they certainly want to be heard as if they are in control of the situation, okay? And then you do whatever you need to do, I think, okay? So, cool. Now we have the Lover's card. The Lover's card here is talking about the love department. Very nice. So we had a lovely party with love and joy in it. Very nice. And now we have a relationship situation. For my single people, you might be getting into a relationship. Nice. For my people in relationships, your relationship is definitely stepping into a place of lovey squishy time at this time. So you're deepening your love relationship at this time. You're getting closer to your person, okay? Very good. Like that very much for you. And or if this has nothing to do with relationships at all, it has to do with a hobby of some sort or something else that you're very much so enamored with, it's all going really well. It's going really, really well, okay? Now then, let's talk about work and health right here, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles, a nice foundation. Yes, we have a nice foundation going at work and you're making good money, so that's wonderful news. If this is your health department, this is the foundation of your body that is getting stronger and you are in fact able to afford the situation. So if you've decided joining a gym or something is your way, you are definitely able to afford the situation and you're having a good time with it. Yay, good job. Now then, let's talk about marriage and partnerships or relationships in general, specifically relationships. We have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is showing that you want to use your power to help other people within your relationships, okay? This could be a good thing, or if that person is quite helpless and doesn't have any capacity to make good decisions, then maybe you're doing the right stuff, right? So you will use your power and you will help them. And other relationships are going to need you to realize that, just be careful with that, because if you try and take over or help too much, you might be removing something from their karma, their potential to grow on their own, right? We want to nurture them to grow on their own as opposed to putting them in a position where they feel like if they're not doing it, they're not growing or they're disappointing you, right? Their growth in power should not be tied to you. It should be their own, right? That way they will grow on their own and have their own experience, and it'll feed their ego a little better that way, right? Cool. Okay, so what's going on over here in the release/death department? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we have a karmic lesson about what we're releasing here. Okay, so whatever it is you're getting ready to release or thinking about releasing, you need to look at the lessons from your past, but also just realize your karma. Whatever good things you did or not so good things you did are coming to play right now, and you can have those inform your situation. Okay, cool, right? It's good. Lessons coming from other places. Nice. Movement and travel. All right, this could be all mental movement or physical movement. We have the Six of Wands. We are sharing our ideas. Hey, leading ourselves to victory. So even as we are stepping through, we did the growing thing last week, and now this week we are taking our ideas and sharing them with the world. Ta-ta, right? Super fun. And people are receiving it, so I love that. It's good. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about your ambition. That thing that gets you up in the morning. What's your cup of coffee, right? So your cup of coffee this week is the Knight of Swords. You want to fight for your power. You want to be in a little debate with somebody. You want to fight about it. Whatever's going on, somebody better know that you're fighting for it, and they're going to get in your way, or they're going to get out of your way. The answer is you're pretty much fired up for a fight, okay? And there's nothing wrong with being fired up for a fight. It's exciting and fun sometimes. So we want you to pay attention to how that is and figure out who you're fighting with and what you're fighting about, okay? So that'll be very important. This card here is talking about how in your friend department, yes, there's going to be an opportunity for you to jump into something brand new. All right, so your relationships here in the friends department are definitely flourishing. You're attracting new people, and you're going to start a new friendship. Excellent. You met somebody new. It's going to be fun. Don't be upset about it. Just jump right in. It's fun. Think less, enjoy more. All right? Maybe somebody you met at the library or something. It's good. All right, so we're going to talk now about this unknown department one more time. And yeah, in the unknown department, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is here telling me that you are indeed it applies to different areas, but you're feeling like you've learned a lot and you're making better decisions based on what you've known, right? So over here, you're making good decisions. Over here, you're making good decisions. I feel like you might make some very good decisions here and even back over here with yourself. Okay, so all these things are things you learned in the past, and you're applying the lessons and the growth that you've already had to all these beautiful spots, okay? Good for you. Nicely done. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the next week over, which is going to be the 13th, the 20th through the 26th. So yes, we're going to talk about this week here. All right. So these cards are going to talk about the 20th through the 26th. And this is, of course, that magical Nordic tarot my sister gave me. Shout out to Miss Carol. These are such a great deck. I love them so much. You saw them. This is the only repeating deck from before. Last month I used them. And I wanted to bring them into this reading as well. So I did. Da, 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 da. And there are a couple of extra cards in this deck. Not extra, but you know what I mean. Artist choices. And they're kind of beautiful. They haven't shown up yet, but if they show up for you, I'll let you know. All right, let's talk about who you are this week. The 20th through the 26th, Virgo. We have the Four of Wands. You have a strong mind, a strong idea about how you want things done. You have a nice foundation of ideas. You've thought it through. You've come up with a plan. Everything is going very good, okay? So you have this really good, strong foundation of ideas here, all right? And I feel like you have some support for it, but this is really all about you and yourself, so you're feeling squared away and happy with your decisions. Nice. Good job. Your money department, oh dear, there's going to be a fella who's kind of particular and pointy, and he wants to tell you how everything should go. Be aware of him, know what he's all about, and be prepared to either stand your own ground or have him work for you, not against you. Eh? That would be the best choice. Make him be your person, right? So now we're going to have communications. Haha. And in the communication department, you need to fight for your worth and value. You need to make sure that people aren't paying you less than you deserve, and you need to get what you need out of that. All right. So that's good news. We now are going to move on to the family department. And in the family department, we have the King of Wands. You are definitely in a situation where there's a like-minded person. This could be a brother. This could be a sister. If the person has male energy, and that's okay. No gender requirements here. This is going to be really good. This person is definitely being a support system for you in the family. I like that you have a support system within your family. That's good. Now, in the love department, ooh, things are solidifying and getting to a nice foundation within relationships or whatever you're getting yourself into. We had the lovers last week. Some of you getting into serious relationships are now solidifying that situation, and that's good news. Others are indeed, if you're starting new hobbies or you've started new hobbies, you're starting to end up having whatever that thing that you're starting to really, really love. You're getting a nice firm foundation. You got all the books, you know what you're talking about now. You're the foundation of your understanding about this cool hobby that you love so much that takes care of you. You've read up on the jogging and all the stuff, and you're getting ready to run that race because you're an expert in that field now, and you're feeling very solid in your base of knowledge. All right, cool stuff. Let's talk about work and health. All right, the Five of Swords, wanting to take your power back a little bit in that situation, feeling a little bit more clear about what you're doing and where you're headed, and maybe you had delegated it to someone else at work, or even in your health. You said somebody else should handle this situation. The fact is, you have to take it back now. They didn't handle it very well, and you need to take it back. So you'll handle whether or not you get your meds and all that stuff, and you're going to take care of everything else, okay? And at work, you can obviously take back this thing that you delegated to someone else. But do give the other person who used to be doing it something else to do. Make sure that they have something else to do, that you make them feel like they're still important in some way, even though it's a lesser project, all right? Because you don't want to degrade people, whether it's at work or with your health. You don't want to degrade anybody or make them feel like crapola because it's bad karma, okay? Good news, good deal. All right, let's move on to marriage and partnerships, all right? So all relationships here. 10 of Cups. Huzzah! You're having a party. You're getting together with all the people that you love and you care about. This could be chosen family. This could be not chosen family. People are coming together and you're in love. You're having a good time with the lovey-doveyness. Perfect. Yay. What are you releasing? What is dying off? So fighting for your heart's desire. Maybe you don't need to fight about how it comes to you and how it should be or how you think it could be. You just go with it, right? Go with the flow. At least this week, you just go with the flow because it's all coming to you. These guys are coming to you. You don't need to worry about fighting about it. Everybody's going to come to you. They understand the situation and they're like, okay, you don't have to fight for what you want. It's just going to show up. Ha-ha. Now then, we have the area of travel and movement, right? Some of you are moving around a lot, some of you not so much. At this point, it's important for you to remember lessons from your past and in relationships. So if you had some good experiences in past relationships, you're going to remember those lessons and apply them to the current relationships. And if you maybe did some things that were negative or didn't go over well in past relationships, and you want to remember what those things were, and then not do them here in current relationships. So this is more about you and who you were in past relationships than it is about how other people were with you, okay? So, yes, we want to improve ourselves. We stay focused on ourselves. We don't worry so much about what other people are doing because we cannot fix, change, or alter that stuff, all right? Let us move on to the ambition, the cup of coffee in the morning, yes. So our morning cup for this week is the doorway. There's a doorway opening. That's your ambition waiting, is knocking on your door going, wait, I have a plan for you. This is going to be great. You're like, okay, I have lots to do here. This is going to be a lot, okay? But I feel like you're ready for a doorway. You're ready for something to change. You're ready for an opportunity to come your way. You're excited about it, all right? You have all the knowledge you need. You have everything you got in place. It's going to be great. It's going to apply perfectly, all right? Now then, we have the friends department. We are talking about how the people that you gather around you, you have the Seven of Wands. So you will probably have to defend yourself or your ideas with some of the people who are around you right now. Not everybody's going to be on board with you doing more of whatever it is you're doing or whatever it is, you know, somehow there's some naysayers, okay? So defend what you have using a good argument, right? A good defensive argument. Once you use your good defensive argument, you're going to, a convincing argument, there we go. That convincing argument will get you where you want to go, all right? They will get on board once they realize what it's all about. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, sure. Most of the problems with friends when you're sharing your ideas and they're not quite on board is out of jealousy. So just realize that and go, okay, they're just jealous. All right. So let us see what's going on here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. And the Queen of Pentacles is talking about this unknown department, right? So the things that are happening in more than one area wouldn't fit in. We just couldn't put them all into one place because there's so much else going on in each of those areas. These are all very important as they are. So the unknown is something that's happening in multiple places. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a lady who's very financially motivated. She likes a good bargain and she will do whatever she can to save money. So this could be happening in your family department. This could be happening communication-wise, certainly in your money department, right? This could definitely be in a relationship situation. So be aware that as you're dealing with things, or even in your ambition department, right? Somebody wants a good bargain, and they're going to do whatever they can to save money. So if you're having troubles winning somebody over in your friend department, it might be because they're trying so hard to save money, and you're like, oh, here, let's just do this. Like, oh, I don't have the money for that. So you're going to want to pare back or be willing to pick up the tab, all right? Just sharing it out loud, all right? Take it as it resonates and leave the rest, okay? That is how all these readings work. That is your week for the 20th through the 26th. Haha, we only have 1 week left. Let's do it. All right, we're going to talk about the week of the 27th of October through November 2nd. And that is cool. Let us get this deck fanned out or put out so that we can get going on this. All right. I know this is a long reading, isn't it? It's my first time doing these readings like this, and I don't know if they're just too freaking long, and maybe we'll just eliminate the whole overview situation. You can put that in the comments if you think the overview is completely unnecessary, and then we'll just do individual readings and not fuss about, right? We'll see, okay? We'll see. Let's check this out, all right? All right, so where are you? What is going on with you? What is happening with yourself this particular week? We are talking, Virgo, about the Two of Pentacles. You are trying to get your finances balanced. Your head is on your money, and your money is on your mind, okay? That's good news. We're good with that. It's going to be a good idea, all right? So we'll set that right there. Now, we have the Page of Pentacles, new information about ways to make more money in the money department. So that's helpful. Maybe there's ways that you can spruce something up so that when it gets sold, you'll be able to make better money on it. So cool. Might be fun. Might be a bigger hassle than you think. I don't know. Then we have the communication department. So in the communication, some of the words aren't going to come through clearly or right, and you're going to get hung up on something. So it's important for you to try and have full ear-to-ear phone conversations instead of texting. Make sure that you're very clear about what you're saying and that they're very clear about what they're saying, okay? Clarify, 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 so that you will not hold yourself back, but you can make a good decision, okay? Cool. In our family department, we are talking about the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is here showing that you are sharing the love. Hi, family, I love you. I'm going to love upon you, and I'm going to share all my love with you. So many hugs, many loves, all good news. We like that very much. Moving on to the love department. Yes, we had a lot of things starting here. Nice, nice, nice. And now we have the Eight of Swords. Feeling a little stuck in your power, but who needs power in your relationship, right? Think it through, think it through. Figure out what you want and what you want to have control of and how you want to work that through, all right? And then see how it plays, all right? It'll be okay. I think you'll find that once you express what's going on, you'll find a way through, okay? Now then, we're going to go right on over to the work and health department. Yes. And your finances are getting solidified. The Four of Pentacles is showing me that you're getting stronger in your finances, but you're also getting stronger in your body. Your body is responding well to all the things you've been doing this month. Good for you. You are awesome. Good for you, Virgo. Handling your business. Nice. Now then, let's talk about partnerships and relationships, eh? Let us talk about how we're looking for structure or definition within the relationship. So we want you to say, oh, I really want to, let's have dinner on every 2 days. We'll have dinner at 7 and that's it, okay? Or whatever. So you're going to create some structure that helps create something you can count on, something that you can feel safe about, and that has taken all of your schedules into consideration, and it's good. It really helps you feel the love, feel what you want. Isn't it interesting that you need a little structure around that? But that's okay. You're allowed to. It's good. As long as you ask for it, you can get whatever you need, all right? We're going to look at the release/death department and see what's going on. There's new information coming where you're going to be able to share your ideas, and this is good. You're sharing your ideas. That's it. You are sharing your ideas about what you want to do, what you want to release, what you want to let go of, and things are going pretty well, at least so far, okay? I feel like it's a good thing. You're at least expressing clear ideas about what you want to release, okay? Not bad. Not bad at all. Three of Cups is showing up in the travel/movement department. You are definitely having a party of some sort. You're having a gathering. There's been a lot of movement for you, and now you're in a position where you can celebrate where you are, and you're excited to be there. So good for you. Nice. Well done. Enjoying the joy. That's a good thing. We like that. So this particular week, what's getting you up in the morning? What's your driving force? What's your cup of coffee? All right. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yep. Work is getting you up in the morning. Dun, dun, dun. You want to work. You want to make money. You want to take care of business. You want to feel like you have business to attend to, and that makes you very, very happy. All right? Good news. Cool. So in the friends department, this is that area where we want to make sure that you have nice things happening and people around you, all the people around you, what's going on with all of that. There might be a sorting. So we have the Eight of Cups showing that it's kind of like the sorting hat. You need to let somebody go that isn't working out anymore. You're going to sort them out from your friend group because either they're poisoning the punch or they just aren't fitting in, right? They don't fit in, they don't feel right, they're maybe asking for too much help from you, like going around and asking for money or something from all your different friends. It's like, that's not okay. I'm going to sort you right out, bye-bye, and let them go, all right? That will be okay. I know it sounds awful, but at the same time, Every friend group goes through that. You have to sort things out. Sometimes they happen naturally, sometimes they don't. Now then, in this wonderful world we're working on here, this whole week we've talked about a lot of things in a lot of special areas. And now we need to talk about the area that's not clear, okay? The one that fulfills many thoughts, many areas, and is definitely taking up some space. This is the Knight of Pentacles, fighting for your worth and value. So you are fighting for your worth and value. I believe you're doing that over here in the money department, certainly in the work department. And yeah, your worth and value in the, when you're dealing with friends. And of course, yeah, your worth and value with your love over here. So yeah, just keep going. Don't freak out. This is going to help you in the end, and it will support you. All right, you will be feeling supported in this situation. Okay, so let me take a moment and clean up this mess. Ta-da! See what I did there? Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and add some more cards. We're going to make 2 rounds. These are going to be the cards that are quote-unquote blocking you in each of these departments. And then we'll go another round and come up with your solution for each department. So yes, this is good stuff. I can see all of it coming together. I love the way this is going. Always a pleasure to work these things through and see what comes out. So yeah, this deck is the Transient Light Tarot. It has some very interesting symbology, and I am going to remind myself by talking to you about it. Haha. This is a very interesting deck because it has different symbols than I'm used to for certain things. So the apprentices are all of my pages. Champions are going to be the knights. The keepers of anything are going to be the queens. And then the crown is going to be our wonderful, wonderful kings, right? So all the champions are knights, and the crowns are kings. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to share that with you out loud so that I will remind myself out loud. Da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. Let's go, Virgo. Let's talk about yourself. Tum-tum-tum-tum. September 29th through October 5th. We have the star. We have the hard work that you've been doing on yourself is genuinely paying off, and you are getting somewhere very nice. So good for you. Enjoy those benefits. You're not going to be able to share your ideas right now. So even as you've figured out something that's decoded yourself and helped you through, it's not time to share about it yet, okay? So you're going to have to put that on hold and let that be what it is. But you do have this 3 of Pentacles showing up here in the self department, showing that you are still keeping an eye out for ways and means to make more money, okay? So that's always on your mind. That's cool. Keep an eye on it. Be open to what comes, okay? Let's now talk about your money department. We are going to talk about how things are moving very quickly in the money department right now. There could be something going on where you have to make big decisions and make things happen. Your intuition is going to be a little off in this department, okay? So don't just know that your intuition isn't useful. Go with knowledge and understanding, okay? Get the facts and make decisions based on the facts, all right? 7 of Coins, you will have enough money to take care of whatever you need to take care of. Perfect. Love that. Love to hear that for you. Good news. Now let's go ahead and talk about, we're talking about the communication department. You are fighting to be heard and appreciated. You're fighting for your worth and value in a situation, as in somebody's want to pay you less than you deserve. That's not okay. King of Pentacles is here. He has got a really strong understanding of your finances and your knowledge and your understanding. And this guy who worries about getting a bargain and stuff like that could stand in your way. So maybe you just hash it out with this guy. Talk to him, figure out what he's got going on, and how he can be of service in this process, because he likes a good bargain for sure. But the fact is, he might be working against you if you're selling something, right? And if you're selling something, you don't want a good bargain. You want to get a good price. Ha. You don't want to give this guy a good bargain, but you will have a mind meld. This is the Four of Wands, showing that you can come to an agreement at some point, okay? So I feel like you're getting an offer, but you're going to have to stand up and say, yeah, don't take the very first offer that's offered. Maybe push for a little extra and see what happens, okay? Cool. So you will come to an agreement. I like that. And that's all in communication, so that's good news. And it's all in money, right? We were talking about that. And don't trust your intuition about this person. Your intuition might, oh, but he's so good. You're like, but he wants a bargain. Stand by. Stand up for yourself. Don't let him just snowball you or lowball you. All right. Now then, let's talk about the family. The family, we are talking about some love going on. This is a Lover's card. There's so much good stuff happening. The coming togetherness and the lovingness about all of this. This is such good stuff. You're loving every minute of it. You're wallowing around in the good love in this familyness, okay? The foundation of your love. This is the Emperor. The Emperor, you're talking about the foundations of things. Things being super strong and capable and understanding and wonderful like that. That Emperor vibe here is blocking you. So you may be in a situation where what you're into isn't something that is permanent. It's something that's somewhat temporary. Of course, with family, it's that version of permanence for sure. But you're building a foundation is what you're doing, okay? So sometimes this is a blocker, sometimes this is a definer. So what you're doing in this lovey-dovey situation this particular week with family is you're building a strong foundation with which to build on later on, okay? You're going to have something beautiful that you can build on later on. So when you're standing up for your idea about how you want to do what you want to do, just use a convincing argument, reminding them that you're building relationships, and this is good. So you're also building relationships with the other people who may be naysayers. Haha. Maybe they just want to be included, and that's why they're maybe having issues. All right, so let's talk now about the love department. We are making plans for the future. We are appreciating the possibilities of what you can come up with and what you can do. This is great. You're coming up with big plans. Be sure that you remember the lessons from past situations when you had all the power. Maybe you don't have all the power, or maybe you think you have all the power right now as you're making your plans. But you should certainly talk them through with other folks, because this way you will have a chance to hash out things that may turn into poor decisions, right? We don't want to make poor decisions. We want to have good decisions, right? So make good decisions in this situation. And the decisions are better because you're having a conversation with other people about the future and what your big plans are. You're like, ooh, what am I doing? What am I doing? La, la, la. And they're saying, what about the other people, right? Make sure that your partner is part of the conversation. And of course, new information about things that you love are coming your way. So you are indeed, this is the Page of Cups. New information about something that you care about is coming your way, and that will help you make better decisions. So don't plan too hard a future. If you want to plan the future, great. But plan it fuzzy-wuzzy so it can be bendy-wendy and bunchy-wunchy and changey-wangey. So flexible, right? There we go. Awesome. Now then, let's talk about the work health department of your life. We are talking about you taking your power back at work. Maybe you need to just get back at it and designate time for yourself to do what you want to do. So you're going to do some stuff. That's cool. And if this is your health, you are taking charge of your health one more time. Other people were trying to do something and they didn't do a good job, so now you have to step up. There will be the gift of finance that is actually going to stand in your way. What is going on? Nope, this is the this is the Eight of Pentacles, sorry. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about how you are definitely needing to do the work All right, so this is doing the work at work and doing the work at your health, okay? And of course, that'll block you from just designating somebody else to do it. So you actually have to do the work yourself. Okay, that is the answer there. And now the Nine of Cups. Huzzah. If you do the work, all this good stuff will come out, okay? You will have good things come your way, okay? So we want you to realize that your wishes are going to get fulfilled if you're willing to do the work. Perfect? I love that. No... Delegating things isn't going to work for you to take your power back at work or with your health. You actually have to do the work yourself and make your wishes will be fulfilled. Perfect. Love it. Now then, we're going to talk about all of our relationships, marriages and otherwise. All right. We have the Queen of Swords. We talked about somebody making some rules or creating some boundaries and stuff, or just having so much going on that you're coming off a little strong here in the relationship, where you're maybe being a little rigid about how you want things done. And anyway, it's what's going on. You want to keep an eye on that, because fighting for your Knight of Cups is here. Fighting for your heart's desire is going to be getting in your way in this situation. So if you realize that the Knight of Cups here, it looks like a backpack. In relationships, when there's a backpack, that doesn't necessarily bode well, okay? So we don't want to break the situation by being too strict and rigid with ourselves. So in fact, not fighting about what you want and how you want it, and making sure that it's exactly as you said it should be, is the better answer, all right? So we really want you to stay on point about that, knowing that what's what there. We have Temperance, showing that going with the flow, right? Let go of your rigid angles. Go with the flow a little bit. You can put your foot down about one or two things, but you don't want to put your foot down about everything, okay? All right. So, yes. Moving on to the release and death department, where we're releasing things, we're letting things go, we're growing out of things. There's the Ace of Pentacles. We were talking about the gift of finance coming your way that gave you the freedom to let go of some old junker, right? You don't have to hang on to the old stuff because you can replace it now. Huzzah! Perfect. The Queen of Pentacles is here saying, you definitely still want to be getting a bargain here, and that bargain is going to keep you from just upgrading like a son of a gun. Okay, so you're like, okay, I'm going to get rid of the little car, and I'm going to get a bigger car that's better and faster and awesomer. And she's like, oh, honey, you don't really need that. You just need to get around town. Take the cheaper car that's better. Don't go splurgy-wurgy. So you're being asked not to splurge in a situation when you have all the money that you need to go and do what you want to do. Oh, dear. But your solution here is that you have all the tools at your disposal to do whatever you want to do, okay? So you will make the right decision based on having the right tools to make whatever you want happen. But yeah, you can talk yourself out of splurging and into making a reasonable choice. Careful, as you wish. Do you. All right, let us now talk about the travel movement department. Where are we moving? What are we doing? So you're fighting for your ideas. You want to be heard. You want to be understood. You want other people to listen to your words and follow along. So you are putting your words out there. Hey, this is what I want. This is how I think it should go. Da 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 da. And ta-da. The Nine of Pentacles is here, showing me that you have all the money you need to take care of whatever you want to take care of. So we had that here. But we also have the Nine of Pentacles here, saying that when it comes to movement and travel, you can do whatever you want to. You can afford it. So it's just a matter of deciding, right? But here you're fighting about it. Interesting. But not for long. You're going to get your partner on board, and your partner is going to go, hey, cool, we can go. Excellent. Huzzah. And the fact that you can afford it is just candies on top, right? I'm not saying, see, sometimes this middle card doesn't really block anything at all. Like your finances could be blocking you from taking a trip that you want to with your partner. Maybe. But the way it's coming across to me is that you have what money you need and you can do whatever you want. So keep that in mind. Be aware of that, all right? Yes. You're doing just fine. Everything is going swell. And you can do what you need to do and make the moves you want to. And you'll have a partner along for the ride. Excellent. Now then, let us talk about the ambition department. That thing that gets you up in the morning. What is your coffee? What is your coffee in the morning? All right. We are talking about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is here telling me that you are indeed able to have a down-to-earth, easygoing person that you can actually talk to. It makes you feel good to talk to them and feel squared away. Don't get hung up on it, okay? Don't let that get you hung up, though, or block you from having other friends, all right? Do be open to the possibilities. Remain flexible, all right? And finally, in this area, for your ambition, we want to look at the possibility that Six of Cups, sharing your ideas is going to be sharing your heart is going to be the answer to the situation here. Letting this person know how much they mean to you will help change the way this comes across, okay? And they will get more on board with having that morning thing. They didn't realize how much of an impact it had on you, but once you tell them, they will be, all right? So let's move on to, yes, we are going to talk about the Friends department. All right, so we have in the Friends department the King of Cups. King of Cups, this is an emotionally based male energy person who is going to be sharing from the heart. Listen to him, let him talk and see what he has to say, all right? I think that you listening to him will be maybe the solution. You don't even have to fix anything. The Sun is here showing me that you might learn something, but what you learn in this moment might block you from doing something else. It's okay, you're learning. Learning is good. It will be a change for you. Whatever you're learning is going to be interesting information. Keep it in your hat, but at the same time, feel free to ask questions at this time. He's open. He's ready for you to ask those questions, and you will then be more informed, all right? Your solution to this situation is going to be maintaining your own personal foundation financially. Don't help that person with money. Don't get involved in their finances, but know that you're okay and that you don't need to think about their finances either. So they might be just talking to you about how their money is all messed up, and that's okay. You're like, okay, wow, cool, sorry, okay, sorry, but then you're going to walk away knowing that your finances are strong and you're good. This is a good thing. Sometimes you just have to let people talk and they'll figure their own thing out, or they won't. But it's not for you to fix it, okay? So let's talk about this wonderful unknown zone. So this is talking about all these areas in some way. Let's show we have the memories from lessons from the past that we're going to be applying to ourselves in all these different areas. Certainly in the money, we're talking about, yeah, we're going to use our lessons from the past in our relationships and love. Certainly at work. Everywhere. A little bit of everywhere. You're going to use that. Perfect. The Six of Swords will block you in a lot of these areas. So trying to help everybody with your power is going to get in the way. Just let people grow through something. Sometimes they just have to feel it and talk about it and yada, yada, yada. You know, you can't fix it. You can't change it. You can't alter it. You just have to let them sit through it. If they don't get themselves out of the mud, they'll never learn how to get out of the mud, okay? We can't keep giving them a hand out. They have to work it out themselves, okay? This is the foundation of your heart, okay? You are definitely needing to learn to let people grow on their own, which just sucks a little bit, but you have to know that when they're going through some certain sort of pains, the best you can do is really listen, all right? So that's cool, all right? That's the foundation of your heart, all right? This is what's going on for you September 29th through the 5th. I do hope that you found this helpful. I would love to see your comments about this and see how you appreciate what's going on with the overview / the individual readings. Once again, if you prefer just the individual reading, you can just zip all the way over to it. I don't have chapters yet, sorry. Learning new things all the time. But once again, thank you so much for being here. If you like and share, or even also subscribe, that will be quite wonderful. I appreciate every one of you, and if you do comment, I will write back personally, letting you know how I take your comment, and it'll be lovely. Thank you so much for being here. We'll talk next week about the 6th through the 12th. Thank you, Virgo.